Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Got a lovely day out today. Just heading home, so I figured I'd talk a little bit. A couple of things on my mind. This post-divorce scenario. So divorce is all over, right? Judge signed off on it, I think January 29th. And whatever. Life doesn't change because they signed it. I mean, I had signed this thing months earlier, this stipulation. And it's like, now what? What do you do? It's, during my divorce, I lost a ton of material things, emotional energy I lost, just a ton. You lose out. And you sit there and you're like, what do you do next? I learned from the divorce that a lot of stuff means nothing. The things you have, you could always get back. The money you lose, you could always make back. It's just a lot. So you sit there and you go, was this stuff even worth it to have in the beginning, in the get-go? I was talking to, it was weird, last week, I ended up talking to two guys. One who's going through a divorce, and the other one, his is like on the tail end, or was on the tail end like mine. And my buddy's like, hey, you go talk to Dan. He's having a real hard time with this divorce. Yeah, so talking to this guy, Dan, I was just like, dude, man, all this stuff that you're worried about or you think you have, you got nothing. Just let it go. Get out. Get out alive. Mentally holding yourself together. Like, man, I was sent to talk to this guy because he was on the edge. I was. I'm on the edge all the time. But, yeah, I told him. And everything that happens in these courts, it's all theater. It's all BS. None of it means anything. Who looks good for the judge? The judge is corrupt anyway. Who looks good for these lawyers or the attorney for the kids? It's all BS. It's going to settle it out in the end anyway. It's going to go to trial. Yeah, I ain't going to trial. Mine, I had like a day and a half of trial. And then the judge said enough of this because you'd actually have to listen and do something. So I told him, man, just who cares about the stuff? And the dude's like working a lot, like 70 hours a week. So then what life does he have? Freaking get out. Get out of this stupid freaking divorce. You're going to be working 70 hours a week the rest of your life anyway to pay for some entitled person to get whatever they want. Get out. So mentally, maybe you're in a spot where you can think about what you can do in the future, which is where I'm at. That's the hardest part. What do I want to do? Hey, there's not much. I'm not going to lie. I didn't travel before, so I don't really want to travel now. I liked a bunch of things before, and I don't really want to get back into them because of either the financial obligation that they have or just kind of out of that phase. So I'm in this weird part now of this post-divorce where I don't want to do anything. I don't want to accumulate anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have stuff because, well, honestly, it's not worth anything. It's not worth the headache of having. It's not worth the headache of worrying about it getting taken away again or losing it. So I don't know. So I get this void. My sister says it's depression. And I don't really feel depressed. I just feel lost. Like I have no purpose. And I think that is the biggest thing. Before I had a purpose, right? It was, help raise my kids. It was, I had a metalwork business. I was like, let's grow this. So let's, keep going with that. Not even really grow, just, keep going with that. I had this race car and I was doing all that. And I lost all that stuff. Even telling my kids, I was replaced by another guy. And anyone that says you weren't replaced, bullshit. You're replaced. If my kids don't see me again because I go out and live on a boat somewhere, I mean, they may be upset temporarily, but I'll tell you right now, Big Rich will step in and he'll take my place. Everything's replaceable. People are replaceable. Things are replaceable. Money's replaceable. The only thing you can't replace is time, and I just don't know what to do with the time that I feel is beneficial or meaningful. And I don't know if other people feel this way. I watch a lot of this stuff on YouTube. The hazards of marriage, the scams of marriage. Some guy just did a video, he got totally scammed in his marriage. Totally got screwed. I think I got screwed just as bad as he did, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter either way, right? And reasons not to get married. But no one really talks about afterwards, what do you do with yourself? guess a lot of guys, they are making videos about it. I mean, that's something to do. I just kind of want to help people not make the same mistakes I did. But beyond that, there's only so many videos you can make of it and things you can talk about it. It's like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't want to like build a business anymore. I don't want to travel. I don't want to like buy a big house. Though I don't know. I do see some of these houses on like Instagram where it's like, $60,000 in the middle of Ohio. It's like an old firehouse. That'd be really cool to like redo. But I'm not motivated enough to want to go do it. It's an idea in my head. And then I'd be really leaving. Then whatever time I do have my kids, there would be none. Right? So then like it's not really realistic. So it's like in the back of your head. What do you do? I don't know. I'd like to hear what other people are doing. I don't really want to get like, I have a girlfriend. Not looking to get married ever again. So there's that. We're both older. So we're not having more kids. So there goes that. So like I joke, I say I'm semi-retired. Basically retired. I don't know what the hell to do with myself. And I watched a video on that too. Like people are retiring at 67, 5, right? And they're like, what do I do now? They got all this time on their hands. Play tennis, golf? I don't want to do any of that either. So I think it's just a matter of finding what I want to do. I'd like to go fishing again. But that's it. That's my reason to live, is to go fishing. Not my reason to live. My purpose? I mean, I guess that's enough purpose. So I think that's the hardest part, is kind of what you do yourself after the divorce. My kids are, only getting older too. So they're going to want to spend less time with me. Whatever little time I do have with them, or time I have with them, they already start doing other things. Order gymnastics nonstop. My son, he's always hanging out with his friends, doing other things. So I don't know. I guess you got to find something that brings you joy in life. But at the end of the day, we all end up in the same spot, right? Elon Musk will end up in the same spot. Well, I don't know. Maybe not that guy. He'll shoot himself into space, maybe. But whatever. All these other people, these big, important people, they all end up in the same spot in the end. So I can go fill time in my day, good, bad, or indifferent, and I'll end up in the same spot as Bezos or Musk or Trump or, I don't know, whomever else. Which is, it's not depressing to think about. I mean, it's just what happens. So it's like, people say, you only live once. You got to just do it. But do all these things or take chances so you don't have any regrets. At the end of the day, you end up in the same spot. It's kind of weird. We put all this pressure on ourselves our whole lives to do something, and then you get to a spot and you're like, oh, wow, none of it really mattered. I was completely reset financially, mentally, everything. And I'm like, oh, this is it? I'm like, wow. What do I got? I have nothing. Which is kind of nice in a way. It is freeing. Having no debt, no responsibilities, nothing. There is zero. I mean, technically I have a responsibility to pay someone each month. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, these post-divorce, no one really talks about what you do with yourself after divorce. Everyone's replaceable. All your stuff's replaceable. Your money comes and goes. This is it. So you got to find something that makes you happy. I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah, I'd like to hear what other people do. Comment on it. I am curious. Because I'll tell you right now, there is no motivation to do anything. And maybe I need more time, I guess, to let this all sink in and go through it. But, I look at other people, they're doing it, and I'm like, I guess that's cool. It's awesome. Good for you. I just look at another way to fill time until the inevitable. So I guess I'll enjoy what I'm doing for now, which is not much of anything. And then kind of go from there. I guess take it day by day. I'd like to go to the beach more. That's my goal this summer, is to go to the beach more. Drive out onto the beach. So maybe I'll do that. But now it's wintertime. I got to wait. Which sucks. I want to go sit on the beach now. But comment. Let me know what people do after a divorce to keep themselves occupied, which kind of sucks in its own way. I'm just occupying time just so that I can wait. So let me know. I'm curious. All right, everyone. Have a great day.